I've had a lot of requests to make a peppermint patty. A lot of requests in my comments and everywhere. And the honest thing is I've been holding off from doing it because it's been done. I don't know what else to add to the thing. But then I thought about it and I had an idea, and I think I've got a new way to tickle. I got a new way to take this episode. We're gonna do it right after the intro. Today on How to Drink, we're gonna make Peppermint Patty from Archer. We're gonna make it just like he said it in season 6, episode 3, episode called The Archer Sanction. Archer and the crew are sent to the Alps to kill an assassin.
Just a extrajudicial killing.
And that makes it better.
Yes, Lana, that's why they made up a whole different word for it.
Archer forgot the dossier, so they don't know who it is. Anyway, along the way, he comes up with a drink, or he thinks he came up with a drink called the Peppermint Patty.
You have to try this. Hot cocoa, dark creme de cacao, hint of creme de menthe, and peppermint schnapps.
I don't know about you, but I feel like my friends have been making peppermint patties at parties since, like, I'm gonna say college. I'm gonna just say college. I think that's the safe way to say that. I don't feel like Archer invented this drink, but okay, sure. At any rate, we're gonna just very quickly, I'm gonna make it the way that he does. I have some hot cocoa here. This is good hot cocoa, by the way. All right, I got my hot cocoa, dark creme de cacao, a hint of creme de menthe, and some peppermint schnapps. All right, so this is something like Archer's peppermint patty. Ooh, that is good. That is easy. Ooh. All right, so that is Archer's peppermint patty, and it is super delicious. There's no argument for me. That's How to Drink. I'll see you guys next week. I've got a crazy idea. I came into this episode with no plan other than to look at chocolate peppermint drinks, and I brought a bunch of ingredients, and we're just gonna wing it and see what we can come up with. Okay, so we're just gonna grab a kind of blind here, this creme de cacao, which I like, this cognac, and some menthe pastille. Just thinking about this. Let's go with, half an ounce of this nice creme de cacao. This is menthe pastille. I'm gonna use actually less than a quarter ounce. I would say probably 1/8 of an ounce. And let's do 2 ounces of Pierre Ferrand 1840 cognac. Very simple drink. We're just gonna shake this up real quick. All right, and let's just see if this is a drink. This might have been a drink that you would stir. I don't know, for some reason I wanted to shake it. The reason I should have stirred it is because there's no fruit juices in here or anything like that. So this could have been a nice clear drink, but that's undersweetened. Toss a half an ounce of simple in there. It's very nice. It's a lot like the Archer's Peppermint Patty, but without being creamy, without being a chocolate milk. You still get that very same flavor profile, but also way higher in proof. That's nice, I like that. I call that a chocolate stinger. That might be the way to call that. It's sort of like a stinger, cognac and menthe pastille thing, but we'll call that a chocolate stinger. Let's see, what should we do next? Let's do something with amaretto. Why not? Let's make an amaretto. Let's go rye and the creme de menthe. Let's try that. But in this case, we will make this a hot drink. Let's do 3/4 of an ounce of amaretto. Let's do 1.5 ounces of rye. Beautiful. Still got more of my hot chocolate. I want to take that. Let's see how 2 ounces fills us out here. Maybe a bar spoon of creme de menthe. Maybe 2 bar spoons. Not all these drinks are gonna be great. I feel like it's gonna be hard to miss on too many of them. All right, so this is similar concept, right? I shouldn't have added the creme de menthe. I'm hoping I just sucked it all right off the top because I kind of floated it. I like that. Amaretto rye and chocolate milk, or hot chocolate, that's pretty good. It's strong. Whew. Really opens the sinuses, but I kind of like that. That's cool. You could come back with a little less amaretto, maybe. Maybe go down to a ½ ounce instead of 3/4, or maybe a ¼ ounce, honestly. The rye gets a little bit lost in there, but still provides plenty of punch at the same time. Chocolate, you know, it fills it out. It's creamy, it's chocolatey, it's warm, it's lovely when you put them together. It's like spice in those flavors. It assaults your sinuses and really opens you up, and it's just like, whew, it's a very bracing kind of drink when you put them all together. It's cool. It's not what you expect. It's pretty far removed from that peppermint patty. In my brain, I think of it as being in the very same place because we're not actually doing huge substitutions here. It's way proofier, but it's still hot chocolate drink with some mint chocolate vibe playing on that with kind of a nutty thing going on there with the hazelnut, right? That amaretto is amaretto. Well, amaretto is amaretto flavored, really. What should we name this one? I might call this a toasted almond, honestly. Almond wallop or something like that. I don't know. It's got punch. I like it. It's different. It's really cool. Let's go to coffee and chocolate. A little twist of lemon. And probably no mint in that one. We could try it. The mint is tricky. Mint is tough to work with. But coffee, chocolate, and lemon, and banana. Maybe banana. That sounds okay. Why don't we try that? I'm gonna put an egg white in this shaker. Just really trying to take this formula, what I think of as a formula as far as I can. We're gonna add ½ ounce of Tempus Fugit creme de banane. Creme de banane liqueur. And maybe a little creme de cacao. Should we use the Hiram Walker or should we stick with Tempus Fugit? Tempus Fugit's pretty good. Another ½ ounce of Tempus Fugit's creme de cacao. Banana and chocolate, they go super good together. I want to add just a little bit of sulfuric. We're going to put in a bar spoon of our allspice dram. For lemon, I want to take not a whole lemon. I'm not going to juice a lemon, but I do want to take a peel. I want to express that right into my glass here. I have some hot coffee here. I'm going to add in 2 ounces. We're gonna dry shake that. Okay, throw some ice in my shaker. One big, one cube, cracked up. Put that into a sour glass. You know what? I'm looking at that. That is just kind of begging for a little dusting of cocoa powder as a garnish because why not? I got a little cocoa powder right here. Yeah. Let's try this. I have an idea of what I'm going to call this. It looks very pretty. I think that's lovely. It's so lovely. Ooh, it is surprisingly balanced and great. I mean, that's a lighter drink than you would expect given what's in there. It's fluffy, it's light. It is mildly chocolatey. It is mildly sweet. The banana is very well balanced in there. I was worried it was gonna be too much banana. And then you get this late arriving note from the allspice dram. This is a great drink. I'm actually very pleased with this. For some reason, it tastes like Moroccan cooking to me, like a tagine chicken or something. I don't know why. That's kind of what I get off of that. It's crazy sounding, I know. Just sort of what it reminds me of. There used to be a place on the Upper East Side when I was not yet 21. It was called Albaraka. It was a cool place. So you had to go through like an antique shop to get into the back, and then there was like a secret Moroccan restaurant in the back there. We used to love to go there because one, it was very neat, it was very cool. It was like almost like a speakeasy. And two, they served minors. And then they had a belly dancer and stuff too, so it was neat. I'm calling this a night in Tunisia. That's so good. All right, one more. Let's see what we haven't done here. I haven't used that heavy cream, but I don't know that I'm going to. I've used every spirit. The only thing I haven't tried here is some rum. Let me go to my wall of rum and see if anything strikes my fancy. Something with rum. Ooh, yeah. Okay, one more drink. See if we can do something that's tiki adjacent here. So what I want is this Appleton Estate Reserve. I'm doing this drink off the cuff, so I'm building it wrong. But we're gonna pour first 2 ounces of Appleton Estate Reserve. I have this passion fruit liqueur from Brazil. It's called PASTILLE. It smells extremely strong of passion fruit. Okay, so we're gonna put in a half an ounce of passoa. I'm going to throw in chocolate, maybe. So one of the things I do is I'll take what I've worked up in the shaker, smell it. That gives you an idea of what it's gonna taste like, right? And then I'll bring the other one over to the other side of my nose. This might be, I don't know anybody else who does this. This might be crazy for stuff, but I'll put them both in my nose and see if they're gonna blend well. And I think they will, actually. I think that, so I think a quarter ounce, maybe a quarter to a half an ounce of creme de cacao is gonna be nice here. Remember, we're working kind of on dessert drinks. All of these are sort of dessert drinks, right? 1 ounce of heavy cream, change this texture up. How about, do we want banana? I don't know yet. I don't think we want banana. It doesn't smell that bad. I mean, allspice strand. See, the allspice strand is gonna kill this. It's too much, it's too much. You know what I think we could add though is I think we could add some coffee liqueur. I think we can add some Mr. Black. Oh yeah, that, you put that on your nose. As soon as when you get it right, for me, I'm like, oh, I smell it, I want that. We're gonna go with an ounce here. I think that the coffee might even be the kind of a backbone on this one. I'm gonna serve this on some crushed ice. Okay, so the next thing I wanna do is I wanna shake this drink. In this case, I'm going to use just 1 big cube. And I'm not gonna shake it too hard. So I'm gonna pack a Pearl Diver glass with crushed ice. I'm gonna pour. Great, awesome, perfect. Top that up with a little extra crushed ice, as you do with this kind of thing. Just to put like sort of a snow cap on it, right? Oh boy. Maybe I was dumb. I'm gonna put a straw on it, put that down at the bottom there. I wanna hit this with a little float of 151. I should have put the straw in after. And I'm hoping that this will stay up top here because of our, oh yeah, this is wild. We're doing some crazy stuff. And then I wanna put some coffee beans in the 151. I wanna light that on fire and roast those beans on my drink here. Probably should have done it with a lime. Oh well, didn't work. You know what it is, it's gotta be hot. The 151 doesn't wanna burn cold. I don't know, let's see how it tastes. There's a touch of bitterness in that, but on the whole, I think that's very good. I made a very ugly version of it. My 151 didn't burn, that's okay. The idea was good. I think we can perfect that idea. We shoot these again in the close-ups. I may perfect it for the close-ups, and in that case, it's gonna look really cool in close-ups. We'll call it a reenactment. It's ugly as hell, isn't it? It's just murderously, sinfully ugly. Let's talk about the flavor profile of this thing. Coffee, rum, with this like tartness to it that's really unexpected and pleasant from the passion fruit. It's not what you would anticipate this drink to taste like, especially because it's kind of creamy at the same time. I don't know, I think it's an enigma. I like it a lot. I think it's very different. I think that you could definitely put it on a menu somewhere and people might be, would be pleased to drink it. I think you have to do a better job of the presentation than I did. What do we call it? I don't know what to call it. A tart fart. Our assistant camera has decided to name this drink. The person operating the focus portion of the camera for your enjoyment has dubbed it the tart fart. Her name is Jazz. Please send all of your complaints directly to her. I actually think it's great. It's actually getting better and better too as it's kind of settling into itself. It tastes wonderful. The only complaint I have about it is that I think that the passion fruit is a little bit lost in it. It definitely brings something to the table. Maybe it needs to be more passion fruit, but I worry that if it's a much more, it's gonna kind of overpower and stuff like that. It's definitely something to be worked on. I'd love, if you take any of these ideas that I just riffed on and come up with something of your own, I'd love to hear it because these are literally my first goes at all of these. If any of these are already existing cocktails, I'd like to know that too, because I don't actually have an encyclopedic knowledge of all the drinks on the universe. Well, and that's as far as we're gonna go on this. We've done it. We started with Archer's Peppermint Patty and we riffed on it all the way down to Brazil. I don't know, to me, I see a connection to all of these drinks back to the Peppermint Patty. They're definitely not all chocolate milk drinks, but they can't all be chocolate milk mint drinks, right? And with the rapidity with which Stirling Archer creates original cocktails, I felt like this kind of a format would be fun to explore on an Archer drink. Once again, a lot of requests for Peppermint Patty. It's a very simple drink. It does not require a lot of thought. It's an existing drink. It is obviously super iconic and from Archer. And frankly, Nick at Cocktail Chemistry did a fantastic episode to it. I really didn't think I had anything to add to that conversation. So instead, I made it and then I kind of did some riffs on it. We wound up with 4 more drinks, all of which are okay. And maybe are works in progress. All of these could be improved. So I'll look into that later. And if you have great ideas for how to improve them, I'd love to hear them. If you have bad ideas for how to improve them, I will hear them too, but I won't love it. And my Twitter is How to Drink. My Instagram is How to Drink. My Patreon is patreon.com/howtodrink. I have a Twitch at twitch.tv/Greg from HTD. You should follow me on there. I am pretty active on there these days. I've got a morning show where I interview people and hang out. It's cool. We're having a fun time over there on Twitch. Come on over to Twitch. And when you're done with Twitch, come back to YouTube, but over onto H2D2, my second channel. And then there's going to be H345, which is my 3rd channel. Then there's going to be Connect HTD, which is a 5th channel that I'm starting.
ESPN 8, the Ocho.
All of my barware is provided by Barfly Mixology Gear. If you like the tools I use in the show, you can pick it up at the affiliate link in the pinned comment below. Check them out. They have great stuff. So there's 15 seconds left. Which drink do I like the best? I like this one the best. How are they if they pour them all into each other, though? That's good.